And we welcome you back to the Owen Center here in Peoria, Illinois, as we continue along with our Bradley hockey doubleheader coverage. And earlier this afternoon, the D2 team fell in a shootout by a final 4-3, but we move ahead forward to the D3 team, and they picked up their first win of the season last night, a big 8-1 win.
That's right, a very dominant win there for the D3 squad. And you always want that first win to be a good one, and it definitely was. 8-1, a whole mess of scoring all throughout the lineup. You were there for the call. You said that Ethan Herman scored a few goals, Seth Bishop scored a few goals,
Yep.
Matt Elman got on the action, Sorrentino got it in on the action. So it's always good to see a lot of scoring up and down the roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a good one. And then for SIUE, obviously it was a tough loss last night. Goaltending wasn't great. There were a lot of areas that weren't great, but they're kind of looking to sort of, press the reset button here as they move into today's afternoon contest.
That's right, and they definitely have the definitely got some players that they are a little bit shorthanded. You could say their Bradley team definitely outnumbers them in terms of the numerical advantage. But yeah, definitely at this D3 level, quantity sometimes not necessarily mean quality, and that'll go vice versa. But Bradley is definitely one of those teams that they've got a good amount of players. They've also got a great amount of skill in those players as well. So definitely going to need some people to step up on the SIU roster.
Yeah, we'll see what can happen. We still are not quite aware of our starting goalies yet, so we'll get to that when we come back here. We're going to let warm-ups continue on. And again, we thank you for joining us for our D3 coverage. I'm Matt Harrington alongside John Kahn. We're going to take a brief break and let warm-ups round themselves out, and then we'll get ready to go here from the Owen Center. We hope you stay with us, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to the Owen Center as we are just minutes away from puck drop here for this D3 game. Let's take a look at our starting goaltenders for this afternoon's game, starting with the visiting SIUE Cougars. It's going to be Evan Johnson back in net, and he had a little bit of a rough game yesterday, 8 goals allowed, but sort of looking to push the reset button. And then at the other end, it's the season debut for Lori Cox here for the Bradley D3 team.
That's right, Lori Cox, sophomore goaltender, getting her first start of the D3 season. Definitely look for some different goaltending styles here.
Yeah.
You're probably going to see Evan Johnson. Yesterday he was certainly more back in the net. Lori Cox is going to come on, and she's going to challenge shooters, especially with seeing the shooting habits you saw in yesterday's game with the Cougars. They really just put shots on from all over the ice.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll see what happens as we get a new starting netminder for Bradley. A little bit of a fist bump there from some teammates. That's always good to see. And we are officially ready to get going here, as it'll be Coquit on the face-off for Bradley. And we are underway in today's D3 action. It'll be Dion Thompson after it for Bradley. Again, thank you for joining us here at the Owens Center. D2 team unfortunately lost this afternoon in a shootout by a final of 4-3. They were trailing 3-2, entering that last third period of play, but then tied it up and eventually lost in a shootout.
Still a very good game, though. Great pace.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vivitsky almost had a chance, and there's a pass out front for the SIUE Cougars. Austin Zerline. Shot from the point got redirected, and it missed the net. Thompson tries to chop it out. Kept in, though, by the Cougars. For Bradley, it's Jared Ernest, one of the captains on this D3 squad. Nice pass up ahead here for Bradley. Sent in and a stop by Johnson. Rebound. Oh, man, that one almost went into the back of the net. Dangerous play out front. Bradley unable to convert, though, on the chance. So after it for SIUE is Austin Zerline. Pass up ahead for Diebert. Kept in by John. Now Bishop lost an edge there that time. Now still controlled by the Cougars as they move forward. Here's Bonderi. Good move by Bonderi, but a better stick check by Seth Bishop. Scored a couple of goals last night. And here is Bishop. Wraparound attempt. He'll move it up to the point. And holding on to it is Bishop still. Shot that goes way up high. Not quite out of play, though. Cougars flip this one out through the neutral zone. Batted down. That's going to be a hand pass. No doubt about that one. And we'll get a whistle here as we've played just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's Ethan Herman there on the hand pass to swat it in and found its way on over to Seth Bishop. But, again, seeing that speed of Seth Bishop, yeah, he's got wheels.
Absolutely.
Freshman player, a great addition to the Bradley team. You can definitely expect within the next couple of years, probably next year at the least, that he might be up at the D2 level.
A lot of very good young talent on this D3 squad, mostly comprised of underclassmen, but that certainly is a good sign for the D2 program. As you mentioned, we'll probably see Bishop up there very soon, and a lot of other good young players. One of their leading scorers, Matt Ellman, is a freshman. Cameron Coquit having a pretty good year as well. So lots of good underclassmen talent on this D3 team. So right off the draw, it's some good hustle by Cipra. Cipra shot, and he will get his own rebound. Cipra now trying to find an edge on it. Pass right out front. Good stop by Johnson. And Marcel got battled off there, and the net came loose and the mask came off there for the goaltender, Evan Johnson.
Stoppage out in front. Cipra had a tough angle shot he put on net. It looked like Johnson stood tall for the save, hugging that post, but haven't seen any big offensive opportunities just yet on either end of the ice. You can definitely see eventually it'll probably open up and they decide to put the face-off in neutral territory to say a Brave knocked the net off its moorings.
So Marcel wins the draw back here for the Braves. They'll move it forward, and Cipra is offside, so we will get another whistle here. We've played about 2.5 minutes of this hockey game, still no score.
Another neutral zone draw. Cipra arguing the case of the Braves were not offsides, but nonetheless, neutral zone draw.
And this one controlled here by Braves. That one will roll out of play.
Souvenir.
Yeah, nobody's taking it yet, though.
Look, that's a special Bradley edition puck right there. 50 years for Bradley hockey. And they've got that on all their game pucks as well. So
yeah, very special season, and D3 team had a very special moment last night, picking up their first win of the season, looking to do more of the same today. But SIUE moving forward here. Still no score. Good hustle along the wing by Evanoff. Evanoff save, and the rebound came loose, but Cox was able to fend that shot off nicely.
First save.
Yeah. Lori Cox was up here doing the camera work for us last night, but obviously in net here this afternoon, so that's good to see. Good block by Marcel. Evanoff keeping it in here for SIUE. Pass over to Diebert. Here's Diebert. Shot was blocked by Jared Ernest. And now good hustle. Here is Jensen. Jensen, backhander. Good stop there by Johnson. Now Jensen with it again. I'll just motion it down low to the corner. And John with it. Now picked up by SIUE's Zerline. Oh, fired on over to the other side. Kept in by Sumter. Sumter shot through traffic. Rebounds loose. And it moves back to the point. Bouncing slap shot by John is motion to the corner. Good save there that time from Johnson. Sumter was looking for Marcel on the left side. Marcel flings it in front. Nobody able to find it on their sticks. Good pressure here from Bradley early on in this one. Diebert fires it deep, and we'll get a couple of line changes here for both teams.
Good shift there by that line with Marcel, Jensen, and Cipra. Few good offensive opportunities, especially with the point shot.
Again, no score in this one. We're early in the first period. John after it, and that will be an icing call here against the Cougars, and it will go back into the offensive zone here for Bradley.
That's right, offensive zone draw. Looks like this line's going to get its first shift of the game. That's Mike Prasma, Rindo, and Honda out there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Bradley.
I was going to say I haven't seen many of the depth players so far yet, but Jared Honda wins that back to Whitelaw, who sends it in deep. Now pass out front, nobody there. Whitelaw, nice backhand to keep it in. Honda with it now. Along the boards, good hit. A couple of men go down there. Jordan Meyer for SIUE. Good pressure and picked up by Winkler. Winkler up along the boards. And Bradley trying to grab a hold of it here. Rindow, Honda up along the boards for Bradley. Pass to no man's land is picked up by SIUE. Giveaway here, dangerous play. There was almost an opportunity there for Bradley. 14:45 to go in the first period. Still no score in this one. Here's Bruce. It's knocked down. Got all kinds of players on the ice so far in this one. SIUE trying to move it out. It's held on to by Zerline. Pass stick forward through the neutral zone. And now picked up by the Braves. It's good pass up along by Ernest Sorrentino. And Coquit. Good moves by Coquit, but it got tangled up in the skates of the defender. Pass controlled now by SIUE. Stumbling to the ice is Thomas Ortense.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Now Bradley grabs a hold of it. Coquit had a couple of nice dangles earlier. Sorrentino along the left wing. Trying to pull the trigger. Was able to get the shot off. No problem for Johnson. Now Ernest grabs a hold of it. Ernest can't get it out. Now they do so. Delayed offsides as the puck flies into the bench. We'll get a whistle with 13:36 to go. Some good back and forth action for both teams so far.
That's right. Not a lot of stoppages either. It's been some pretty free flow hockey. Few offsides, but other than that, a lot of movement up and down the ice. Bradley definitely has put more shots on net, but again, nothing of really high quality for either of these clubs.
No, and Lori Cox has only had to make about 1 or 2 saves so far in this one. This puck will ring around into the neutral zone. Bradley looking to move it forward. Again, Bradley in the red and white sweaters and SIUE in the black sweaters. Bradley typically wears the home red, but with this color scheme for SIUE, they've decided to go with the home whites for the 4 games this weekend. So now here comes SIUE up the ice. Cox will just maneuver it to the corner. Quick shot, caught her off guard a little bit there. But now Bishop grabs a hold of it as they move up the ice. Bishop, slap shot, tough angle, goes to the other side. SIUE trying to dig this one out. Good work here by Bradley as they maneuver it. Bishop, one-timer out front. Elman will grab it in the corner. Just flip it back down low. We're almost halfway through this first period of play here at the Owens Center. This one's redirected wide of the goal. Still no score here. Oh, big collision there. This man went down. Now SIUE stuck in their own end here. Giveaway out front. Cipra trying to find it on the backhand. Good stop by Johnson. This one's hustled after by Bradley. Ernest winds up for a big slap shot. Held onto by Johnson. And I got to say, Johnson has faced a lot more shots than Cox, but he's looked a lot better than the 8 goals he gave up yesterday.
That's right. Appears to be a little bit more settled in, not letting up as many rebounds as he did yesterday. Cipra had a really good chance in the backhand. Bishop, he's everywhere on the ice. He's registered a few shots on that too, so Johnson looking good right now.
So Cipra was looking for Marcel there. Good opportunity for the Braves, but it's moved out and forward. Here is Ford, the captain of this team, and oh, caught the glove of Cox and it just rolled up high. SIUE looking to continue this offensive pressure. Bradley working this one out nicely. Along the boards that time, Tyler Jensen had a good opportunity earlier in this matchup. Giveaway. Now controlled by the Braves. Bank pass out of the reach that time of Cipra. And Zerline had a chance to move it up the ice, but he is unable to do so. Giveaway by the Braves, and Cipra's offsides. So we get a whistle with 11:09 to go in the first.
Second time, Cipra's been offsides, but nonetheless a little change up the lines here. I've got to say, saw the SIUE jerseys for the D2 team yesterday and today, and I think the D3 jerseys look a little better.
Oh, these, I got to say, these are some beautiful threads by the D3 team. I think the color scheme matches up pretty well. Chance out front there for Bradley. Pad save again by Johnson. Yeah, I think the black looks good on this team. Now they'll attempt to move it forward out of their own end. Jordan Meyer took a big collision there as his glove came off.
Mike Prasma there on that running.
Prasma's a big guy. Got a misconduct in last night's game as he was hurt, and then the first shift back, he got a misconduct. So we'll keep an eye on Prasma's behavior today. SIUE baking it out. Austin Zerline trying to do so. And good keep by Bradley, but now it sneaks free. Here's Ernest. Fire this one in deep. 10:15 to play here in period number 1. Still no score between your Bradley Braves and the SIUE Cougars. This one's flipped through center. Picked up by Bradley. Here's the dangerous Jared Honda. Will flip it off and go down deep for a line change, or rather to the bench. SIUE lost 8-1 last night against this same Bradley team. They're going to keep the same goaltender, Evan Johnson, though. We'll see how that works out for them today. Sorrentino, slap shot. Caught the stick of the defender Winkler and went off the glass. Now along the boards. Puck freed up. Wrister, good save by Johnson. Reading that one nicely off the stick of Dion Thompson. And now picked up by Sorrentino. Good save again by Johnson. And he's just getting pounded with shots here.
That's right. A good chance there by Sorrentino. Caught it in the slot, then moved on over to the near side dot. Fired it kind of right at the logo of Johnson. He was kind of deep within his net. Maybe would like to see him try to go far post, but nonetheless, Johnson stands tall at the save.
So Colquitt will take the draw here for Bradley. Unable to win it, but now picks it up. Colquitt on the backhand. And a good stop. Rebound loose. Sorrentino got hit hard near the head area. Slap shot. Sorrentino trying to find it. There's a shot that didn't go through the many bodies of SIUE in front. 9:08 here to play in the first. It's been all Bradley so far, but nobody's been able to crack the scoreboard yet. Bradley will control in their own end. Giveaway here for Zerline. Zerline trying to get a backhand shot off. Can't. He'll look for that man in front. Intercepted, and no tripping call here. But look at Sorrentino. He's on the breakaway. Sorrentino, no good. As he took a tumble there off the stick of the goaltender.
Sorrentino, a very versatile player, able to really do it all with his strength and his speed. Showcase his speed right there.
Again, no score. Here is Ford. Ford with a quick wrister. Good snag there by Cox. And that's got to be her second or third save, but she's looked good here so far.
So good positioning there for Cox, and her defense is definitely helping her out too. They've been able to block up those shooting lanes and yeah, quick exits out of their own defensive zone too.
At this point, SIUE just trying to get some shots on the goaltender and trying to open up this game a little bit here. They've been outworked so far. Herman just flings that one deep. Matt Elman after it for Bradley. Look at that hustle. Good speed from the freshman. Now along the boards. Elman will send it in deep again. Herman after it. Ooh, big hit there. Pass out front, and Herman's going to get a penalty for it. I think it's going to be a checking from behind as the ref motion to his back. So Bradley's going to go on the penalty kill here.
That's right. Herman to sit for 2 minutes. That'll be our first penalty in today's game. So Bradley to go to the PK. Herman sitting for 2 minutes. Got to be honest, I think it was a little bit soft of a call. I mean, it was close to the boards. If I think the Cougar player had made contact with the boards, I think that's definitely can tag him on that. But nonetheless, a man advantage here for the Cougars.
So Bradley will win it as this one is fired around the boards by Sumter. But it took a bounce right to the defenseman. Now a wrist shot fanned on there. Sent in deep. After it is the goaltender, Evan Johnson. About 15 seconds gone already of this power play. SIUE was able to score a goal yesterday when they were short-handed. That was the only goal they got. Sumter slaps it out, and this one goes the length of the ice with minute 30 to go on the power play.
That's right, Sumter just winning the board battle there, facing off against one of the SIUE players. And clean win led to a clean clear.
Good speed by Ford along the right wing. The captain of this SIUE team. Ford in a backhander went through the skates of a teammate. And now this is a drop pass here for Evanoff. Evanoff through traffic. Ford picks it up. Rebound loose in front of Cox. And now SIUE grabs a hold of it again. They'll work it up to the point, and they can't keep it. Bradley catches a nice break there. But now SIUE is offside, and we will get a whistle here. 52 remaining on the penalty kill for Bradley.
Yeah, Zerline was just a little bit early and entering the zone. Well, a couple of his other players were trying to get Evanoff in particular, but that was the first big chance we saw in today's game, and unable to keep up the pressure just because they didn't connect with the passing.
So this one is back. Vivitsky after it for Bradley. Slap it out through into the neutral zone now. About 6:33 left in period number one here. It's still a scoreless game, but SIUE looking to strike first here on this power play opportunity. They got 33 seconds to do so. And now Bradley with an opportunity. Elman sticks save, and that one goes out of play, but a good setup pass from Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop was dancing around a couple of Cougar players. He was able to get around Gruber and then just set up Elman there in the mid slot, just outside of the near faceoff dot. Good shot on net, just went high.
Face off in the offensive zone for Bradley. They're shorthanded for the next 22 seconds. And SIUE will pick it up. It's Zachary Winkler. Winkler looking for a pass ahead. He finds his man as the SIUE moves forward. Good moves here by Dixon, but he lost the handle on it. So this one's slapped out by Bradley, and down the ice, as that'll pretty much do it for that SIUE power play.
Couple of chances, but just unable to get on the scoreboard.
Elman fires a slap shot down in deep. Bishop collides. Stick came loose of Winkler. SIUE trying to make a move here and score the first goal of this game. There's a slap shot, a knuckleballer kind of shot, but Cox had no problem saving that. Elman along the boards. Flung it off the stick. It'll be no icing call here. So a bunch of line changes here for the Braves.
That's right, the puck was just out of the reach of Zerline, so Def's referees deemed that he could have grabbed it, so no icing.
Diebert had a nice shot there on Cox, but she's able to make the save. Now up onto the stick of Sorrentino. Sorrentino was looking for his man Coquit in front, but he couldn't find him, and so this one will go down the other way, and it will be an icing call here against the Cougars.
Right, offensive zone coming up here for Bradley. Really able to kind of settle play down now that they're able to get some fresh legs out after killing off the penalty. But still some good chances there by the Cougars on that man advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. 4:48 remaining here in period number one. It'll be Marcel on the draw for Bradley. He scored a couple of goals last night. First two of the season for him. He's got a chance to make it three, but he missed the wraparound try. Now here come the Cougars the other way, trying to stay on side, and they do. Good hold up by Dixon. Now Gruber battling along the boards as he's knocked down. Zerline in there as well. And fanning on the pass there. That time was Bradley's John. Now moving it forward. On the backhand, good speed here. Sumter was looking for a pass through the slot area, but it was fired down by the Cougars, and we've seen a lot of icings from this team, and there's yet another one right there.
That's right. When you've got a short bench like they do, that might be a theme in tonight's game. Is there going to be a lot of icings, and even though you get a down distance of the ice, you're still out there. So, yeah, you get the chance to get a quick breather, but those got to be right on the grindstone now. Defensive zone draw coming up here for the Cougars.
4:02 remaining in period number one. Able to keep it, but off a stick, and so Braves will have to regroup in the neutral zone. Pass by Evanoff forward. And Ernest will snag the puck. Pass just missed Cipra. And here comes SIUE the other way. Vivitsky grabs a hold of it. Bad pass. Dangerously picked off by Orban. Orban will ring it around the boards. And this one is picked off by Bradley. It's Cipra the other way. Cipra drop pass for Marcellus. He's run into. Now in the corner, battling for Bradley is Tyler Jensen. Now up to the circle area and back down low for Jensen. Jensen with it on the backhand. He'll move it down low. Cipra. Cipra's pass got caught a stick there. And now SIUE is able to move it forward. Marcel, though, picks it up. Marcel spinning away from danger. He'll move it to the point. Shot through traffic. And that one's held on to by Evan Johnson as we get a whistle here. 2:48 remaining in period number one.
Yeah, not a lot of muster on that shot from Whitelaw at the far point, but some bodies out in front, so hey, if you got a few bodies out in front of the goaltender, got to put it on.
Shots are 9-5 in favor of Bradley. but we still don't have a goal yet in this hockey game. But here's a potential break for Bruce. Bruce on the back end, and he can't make any play there. So Bradley will fling it on off the boards and through the neutral zone. Good chance for Bruce, but unable to come up with anything. So now on the boards, it's John. Rindau in there as well in the mix for Bradley. We will get a offside call here against the Braves.
Sorry, Rindau and Hanna both offsides on that. So new legs coming out here for the Braves. Getting close to the 2-minute warning here in the first. Still zeros though.
Yeah, it's been a good one so far. Not a ton of action for either team, but we're still scoreless. As Bishop moved it into the zone, but it's corralled nicely and fired off the boards here by SIUE. Elman trying to glove it down, but it's going to be a whistle for an offsides. Again, 2:06 remaining in period number 1, 11-6 shots in favor of the Braves.
Putting a lot of shots on net, but still haven't beat the goaltender yet.
Johnson has looked a lot better this game than he did last night. Sumter now controls it as he fires it around the boards. Good hustle here by Bradley. Matt Elman getting in the mix as well. A pass intended for a man in front. Nothing doing there though for the Braves. Bruce again, another opportunity as he's knocked off the puck. And there is going to be an whistle here. Wasn't sure if it was a penalty or an offsides, but it looks like it's going to be an offsides. So a minute 39 remaining here in the first period. Again, no score.
That's right, more back and forth. A few more whistles here towards the conclusion of the first, but that's right. You mentioned it. Johnson has looked a lot better today than he did in yesterday's matchup.
And clearly the coach has a lot of confidence in him to send him out there for another game less than 24 hours after letting in 8 goals. So he's been having a good outing so far today. Now this one out of the reach for Bonderi. And it'll be picked up by SIUE. Michael Dixon in there. Bradley picks it up though. Here's Sorrentino. Just couldn't find it on his stick as he was hounded there. 1 minute remaining here in the first period of play. Braves working along the boards. Pass on the stick. Here's Coquit trying to find an open man. It's kept in by Vivitsky. Now a pass out to Sorrentino, but he fanned on it. 40 seconds to go. Bradley and SIUE scoreless. Vivitsky shot off some sticks. Sumter will move it down low. Chance was looking for Sorrentino out front. Rister, good save by Johnson, rebound. Vivitsky, 20 seconds. Vivitsky, redirection, and almost snuck past the goaltender. Good shots and pressure here from Bradley as this first period winds down. We're gonna get cross-checking call here with 10 seconds to go, and it looked like the ref may have indicated for both of them to go, but it might just be the one.
Yeah, that's going to be Sorrentino who's going to go for the cross-checking. There was a little bit of scrum there at the near corner boards, and Sorrentino got tagged with that call. So another power play opportunity coming up here for the Cougars.
So they'll have 10 seconds here in the second to make something happen, and if they don't score, then it'll carry over a minute 50 seconds into the second period of play. This one is excellently cleared down by Ernest to begin this power play, and that'll wrap up our first period here at the Owen Center in this D3 matchup, as the Bradley Braves are scoreless against SIUE. And John, a interesting period, a lot of back and forth action. What are your thoughts as we head into the first intermission?
Well, not a whole lot of, I guess you could say, grade A scoring chances for either of these clubs. Really, I can only think of a couple opportunities for Bradley and the offensive zone on their end of the ice, and only really one for SIUE. Both teams have just done a great job of locking down the shooting lanes. I mean, kind of from from I guess you could say somebody who doesn't know hockey all that much. You could say it's somewhat of a boring game, but really the defense has done a good job of blocking down the big passing lanes and the big shooting lanes that lead to a lot of chances. So still a couple openings there for both those teams. We'll have to see what adjustments they make, but at the current case right now, both teams' defenses have looked pretty solid.
And we're going to head into the first intermission with a scoreless hockey game. Again, I'm Matt Harrington alongside John Collin. We hope you can join us for period number 2, and we'll be right back after the intermission. And we welcome you back to our doubleheader coverage here on the Bradley Hockey YouTube channel. We're just getting ready to get the second period underway of this D3 matchup between your Bradley Braves and the SIUE Cougars. It's a 0-0 score through two periods, and not a lot of whole action for either team so far today, John.
That's right. Neither team really getting anything done within the offensive zone of significance. Definitely some more shots on net for Bradley than for the SIUE Cougars, but yeah, definitely have not seen a lot of big quality chances. Maybe with the extended change, we'll see some of that.
Lori Cox making her season debut for Bradley. She stopped all 6 shots that she has faced so far in this one. And Evan Johnson, who led in 8 goals yesterday, has been perfect as well. 13 saves at that end, so he's looked good as well.
That's right. So the Bradley Braves will start off the second period a man short. Sorrentino sitting right now for a cross-checking penalty. So 150 still on the clock for the man advantage for the Cougars. Yeah,
good chance for them to try and get the first goal of the game here as we are officially underway in the second period. Ernest flings this one into the SIUE zone. And this will be an icing call here as on the power play, SIUE ices it, and it'll head back down into the offensive zone for Bradley.
Always not very good when you give up an icing on the man advantage.
No.
The exception of giving up another penalty or giving up a goal. Nothing much worse than that.
Yeah. So Elman will take the draw here for Bradley. Got caught up in some skates and moved forward here by the captain Ford. Ford now along the left wing. Pass, redirect in front. Cox able to handle that situation nicely. A drop pass here along the left wing boards. Down low. Good setup here for the Cougars on this power play. 1:13 left to work with. Redirected almost in front, and that's a beautiful cover up there by Cox on the initial shot there from Evanoff.
That's right. It went through a few set of legs and found its way right in front of Lori Cox. Able to make the initial save and then cover up, so no rebounds could be found.
So 1:09 remaining on the power play for SIUE. Again, no score in this game. D3 team was up 2-0 after 1. Pardon me, the Bradley D3 team up 2-0 after 1 yesterday. Now here's a chance that couldn't be buried that time by Ernest. Good hustle though. Now this one will be moved ahead by SIUE and sent in deep by Jordan Meyer. Meyer delivers a nice check. Backdoor almost caught Cox off guard, but SIUE could not pull the trigger in the slot area. Let's go a little bit too far and out of reach of Evanoff. He will go back to play it. Evanoff will leave it for a man as SIUE continues to move forward. Good looks here by Austin Zerline. Zerline spinning away from pressure and now along the boards. Marcel grabs a hold of it, flips it out with 10 seconds. And one last chance on the power play here for SIUE. Shuffled in, grabbed a hold of here. And a quick wrister, was looking for a man in front. That'll do it for the power play. So the Braves successfully kill off that dangerous power play unit of SIUE. Now down low behind the net. For Bradley, Sorrentino. Sorrentino leaves it for a man. Tough angle shot, didn't go anywhere. Puck was bouncing all over the ice and is finally moved through center by Sumter. Coquit plays it in deep for Sorrentino. Johnson will go out to play it. And here is Coquit. Good stick there by Johnson to make the save. Sumter, good turnaround and fires it in deep. Braves trying to get the first goal of this game here. Sumter worked along the boards. Or pardon me, that's Dion Thompson. Coquit comes away with it, but he falls to the ice. Now here's Sumter, unable to keep it, and a chance for SIUE if they can get around. Big physical collision. Orban was that SIUE player who was able to maneuver that puck out of the zone. Puck will sneak free into the neutral zone. Sorrentino will come off for a line change, as well as Johnny Whitelaw. And it's banked off the boards and forward into Cox, as she thought she had it in her glove, not quite. Good collision along the boards. SIUE able to keep it. We got a delayed penalty coming up here, and I believe it's going to be against SIUE. No action from Cox, and now she'll come to the bench. And now we'll get the whistle. So Bradley's going to get a power play opportunity here.
That's right. It'll be their first of the game. Curious to see what it is. It was probably a result of one of those board battles that we saw. We'll see who will be sitting for a few. Before we get to the penalty, something I've noticed is that similar to how Christian Perry in yesterday's game was basically one of the dominant puck movers for the Cougars, Zerline is that for this D3 squad. He is the dominant puck mover, especially on the power play, and even at even strength. He's kind of the go-ahead guy when it comes to getting the puck into the offensive zone.
Yeah, he's looked really good today. Looked good yesterday as well, despite that 8-1 loss. So SIUE able to maneuver it out down low into the Bradley zone, as they've killed off already a good chunk, 10 seconds of this power play. 16 minutes remaining in period number 2. No score in this D3 contest between the Bradley Braves and the SIUE Cougars. Marcel avoids some hits and makes a nice pass over. Now back up to the point. Ernest shot it. Oh man, that took a funny bounce. Didn't go into the net though, as Sorrentino grabs a hold of it. Good bat down there by, I believe, Zerline. Sorrentino fires up a pass ahead. We're gonna get things going. Off the stick of Herman, now in deep. Aaron Gruber tried to move it up the boards, that wouldn't work. So it's held on to by Bradley. Wrist shot, that one's blocked. And Bishop will move it down low. About 55 seconds remaining of power play time. Good pinch by Ernest to keep it in. And now SIUE is finally able to move this one on out of the zone. 14:55 remaining in period number 2, and 38 to go on the power play.
Yeah, Bradley's had a hard time just getting set up in the zone and getting a few good looks. Got to have some crisper passes in the offensive zone.
Look at Thompson with speed here. He gets tied up. Loose puck in the corner. He'll move it to the other side. Bradley looking for a setup. Thompson was the intended target, but it bounced off some Cougars. Ernest. Now at the point, Cipra. Back to Cipra at the point. Cipra winds up for the stop shot, scores! Cipra with a beautiful slap shot from the point. May have gotten redirected, but Bradley gets the power play goal.
An absolutely beautiful missile of a shot that Cipra fired. I think that one went untouched as it went into the upper right corner of the net. A few bodies out in front, blocking the vision of Johnson. And Bradley's the first team on the board.
A big goal for Matthew Cipra. And Bradley, as you mentioned, on the board. They've got the 1-0 lead here early in the second period. And it's a big power play goal. Just waiting for Herman to stay out of the dot, and he does. And Bradley's got a 1-0 lead here. Looking for more. Sumter will move it forward. Here is Matt Elman. Elman, puck on the stick. Moves it around to the point. John keeps it in. Herman just flings it, but nobody's there. Good battle by Elman here along the boards, working with Zerline. And attempted shot by Bishop, went wide. Elman goes down hard into the boards. Riley able to get the puck though. Kept in. Good shot, and oh my goodness, what a goal by Matt Elman! He read that play perfectly, jumped on the loose puck, and slapped it home for the beautiful goal.
Just great instinct and awareness there by Elman. Sumter tried to fire the initial shot. It ended up hitting off a skate of a Cougar, and it went to Elman, who was just wide open at the far faceoff dot and just blasted home the puck past Johnson. It was a tough angle, but Elman just had it in the wheelhouse and fired it home. Beautiful goal there as Bradley piles on another.
So a couple of rocket shots from both Cipra and Elman, and Bradley leads this game 2-0 now, thanks to those beautiful goals. SIUE looking to try and get back in this thing here. Battling up along the boards, and getting tripped up there was Sumter, no penalty call. Now back down low. SIUE looking to break free. Ford got a stick on it, not out. Another slap shot. That one went well wide of the goal. Sumter pinches to keep it in. This one is loose in front. There's all kinds of bodies trying to get this one. No Brave could get a stick on it. Slap shot, that missed the net. So it's kept in by John at the point. John will ring this one around the boards. They'll do a quick defenseman swap here. Big collision along the boards as Bradley's really ramping up the physicality here in this one. Now Ford off the back of the net. 10 saves so far for Lori Cox in this one. No goals allowed. John moving it forward. Finds his man up ice, Jared Honda. Just couldn't find a stick on it. Now back, slap shot. Good block that time from Bruce. Kept in by Vivitsky. This one's flung around and once again kept in by the captain, Ernest. Down low, a pass intended out front. John Rindau had the feed there. And now moving forward for SIEU is Zerline. Zerline backhander, good stop by Cox. 11:45 to go in period number 2. Good hustle by Cipra. Just caught a little bit of that hit that freed up the puck. Marcel's got space, winds up, good block. Here's Ernest. Move it down low. Marcel, good stick by Johnson. And SIEU moves forward. SIUE, pardon me.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. I knew at some point I would mess up on that. This one is moved out by Bradley through the neutral zone. No icing here, says the official. Jensen hounding that SIUE defender, Daniel Diebert. Now down low again, Bradley looking to get things rolling again. Puck out front. Johnson able to read it. Marcel's got a hold of it. Jensen picks it up. Bradley continues to work here along the boards. Now up through the open ice. Bradley will regroup and look to move ahead. Ernest to Jensen. And, oh, that's a big hit there from SIUE's Diebert. Vivitsky at the point. He'll fling this one down low. Bradley again having control of it. They'll move it out to the point. Wrist shot through traffic. Loose puck in front. Bradley's got it back. They'll move it to Ernest. Ernest! And oh, that one caught the goaltender off guard. Bradley unable to come up with it though. Again on the doorstep. Goaltender goes down and there's a penalty coming up here.
It's going to be interference.
Yeah, and I thought it would be against Bradley, but it turns out it's going to be against SIUE. Cross-check, actually.
That's right. You saw Marcel go barreling into Johnson. That's not because Johnson got taken down directly from Marcel. It's because Marcel got taken down, and the chain reaction caused Marcel to fall into Johnson. So another power play coming up here for Bradley.
Yeah, they've already scored once on it so far today. We'll see if they can make it 2. Marcel will be on the draw. Herman to his right. And Bishop to his left. So puck freed up for Herman. He'll get it down low. And up top, Sorrentino now. Back down low for Herman. Herman dishes it off to Bishop behind the net. Bishop, bank pass up to the point. Ernest, back to Bishop. Bishop just missed. Kept in by Sorrentino. And he'll move it down low. Sorrentino gets his return pass. finds his man. Ernest, that's blocked. Picks up his own shot. Ernest looking for a lane. He'll move to Sorrentino. Now to Bishop. Here's Bishop, a shot through traffic that didn't go through. Now Sorrentino again with it. Big shot from Bishop that time, but he's able to get a piece of it. Johnson looking good here. Sorrentino. Rebound was too late for Herman to make a move on. And now Bishop again. He'll drop it back for Sorrentino. Sorrentino. Rebound loose. Again, Bradley trying to come up with it, and a good save by Johnson as he read that rebound pretty good there off of Bishop's stick.
There must have been about 5 or 6 shots in that sequence within a minute 10. So, I mean, Johnson's he's been fantastic in today's game. Just in that stretch, facing again 5 to 6 shots, standing tall on all of them, and those were not easy shots. A lot of those were screen shots, rebound chances. So, way to stand tall for him in that segment of play.
So Coquit will center this line that is now the second power play unit for Bradley. They wiped off a minute 10 second on that barrage of shots that you mentioned. So 8:34 to go in period number 2. Ford got tangled up, as did Cipra. Ford pass out front, unable to pull the trigger that time. And now Bradley moves it forward. Here is Thompson. Thompson, that one sticked away and up into the ceiling as we get a whistle here again.
Yeah, that one went directly into the ceiling. Thompson with a good shot, probably looking to try and get a rebound off the pads for the left winger. So, nonetheless, offensive zone draw.
And Cipra again. Not sure if that was a slap shot or a pass, but regardless, it goes into the corner. Thompson, he'll move it back up for Cipra. And Thompson again. Cipra at that point. Cipra, slap shot, just missed. Rebound by Thompson. Good defense by SIUE's Winkler. Now at the point, Cipra back over to Thompson. Oh, just hit the post with that one. SIUE now at full strength as they get their man out of the box. Banked out of the zone by the Cougars, but Bradley still has possession. And dangerous play here by Sumter, as he's trying to grab a hold of it. Sumter, one hand on the stick, now through center. Good moves, but he's bodied off there of the puck. And that one just squeaks through. And so this will go all the way down. No icing, says the official. 7:15 to go here in period number 2. Pass right out front, nicely defended by Bradley. And we get a whistle here. Not sure what for.
Maybe the net came off its moorings, I think.
Believe you're right. 7:09 remaining here in the second period. Bradley's been dominating this game for the most part. They're up 2-0, and they lead 21-12 in shots as well.
That's right, 2 big goals here within the second period. That's put Bradley ahead on the scoreboard, and Cougars trying to play catch-up here.
Elman will take the draw for Bradley. Herman will just motion in deep as he lets the rest of his forwards do the work. Here's Bishop, taking it away. Bishop just missed. Good chance for Seth Bishop. And Bradley looked to make it goal number 3 on the afternoon.
He's hungry. He's put about 4 or 5 shots on net just within this game.
Elman will move it up ahead, and Bishop sends it in deep. Seen a lot of good hustle today from Matt Elman, the freshman. One's redirected off the skate of Bishop to the corner. And Ernest able to keep it in. Jared Ernest, one of the co-captains of this team. 6:23 to go. And this one's picked off by Herman. Here's a chance, leaves it for a teammate as he gets decked. Elman wanted a penalty there, nothing doing. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Pass over, and Hortense just couldn't handle the pass. Quick chance in front again. And Herman trying to work it along the boards here. Kept in by SIUE. Original shot from Evanoff goes to the corner for Zerline. Zerline unable to keep it. Bradley goes the other way. Look at this move. Just rolls to the goaltender Johnson. Good work here by Seth Bishop. Bishop turns. Oh, good stop by Johnson. as he made that one look easy with 5:40 to go in the second.
Yeah, it was a simple skate left, shoot right at the near face-off dot. As he was moving towards the slot, put a shot on that glove side of Johnson, and Johnson stood tall, good positioning, flash leather. So still stays 2-0 Bradley.
Colquitt will take the draw for Bradley. He is able to win it, but battle for the puck here. There's big collision along that boards. Things are certainly starting to ramp up physically in this one. Turnaround shot in the slot that time from Thompson goes to the corner. Now here's Colquitt. Gave it away. SIUE breaks free. They trail this one 2-0 as we are starting to wind down the time here in the second period. Collision along the boards by Bonderi. All kinds of players in that mess as Vivitsky will shoot it down the boards. Jordan Meyer getting in the mix there as well for SIUE. Sumter, Colquitt. Colquitt hustles after the puck in the corner. Gets physical with him here. Now Colquitt along the left corner. Up to the point, big wrister coming here. Rebound loose in front, and Johnson just stuck his toe out to make a nice save. Sumter battling here to try and keep this one in. He cannot. Breaking free for SIUE is Meyer. Here's Meyer, backhander. Missed the net. Bradley the other way. Pass up ahead for Colquitt. And Colquitt avoids a big hit as he goes to the bench. Alexander Orban now banking this one free to the other end. This will be an icing call. And we will get a whistle here with 4:03 to go in period number 2.
Again, more chances for Bradley, more chances for Seth Bishop. A whole lot of offense going on for him, as well as those on his line.
This will be Jared Hanna on the draw here for Bradley. And a quick attempt there. That time it was John Arindow, but he missed the net on his opportunity. So play will come out in the neutral zone as bodies collide all over. Now picked up by SIUE's Jordan Meyer. This puck will go down to Cox, and she will hand it off to a teammate. 3:40 to go in the second. Bradley's gotten both their goals here in the second period. Here's a dangerous giveaway. Wrist shot, good stop by Cox. Rebound again, Meyer, and they score. Nice wrister. No chance for Cox there, as that was a beautiful shot there by Craig Ford to get the goal.
That's right, a costly turnover within the defensive zone for the Bradley Braves, and Cougars just jumped onto Ford specifically, picking up the rebound. Good first initial save there by Cox, but second opportunity she just couldn't grab. No chance for her on that one.
So Ford, the leading scorer on this team, adds to his resume. And it's all of a sudden a 2-1 lead here for the Bradley Braves, though, after that goal was surrendered. So 3:19 to go in the second period. Bradley leading this one now 2-1. Work along the boards here. Zerline getting in the mix. Jensen will pick this one up. Bradley desperately trying to get this out. They do, off the body of Cipra. Good speed that time from Sumter. He's working this puck nicely down low. Now up to the point. Missed the initial pass for Cipra. Cipra, and we will get an icing call here. Not sure if that was an icing.
I don't think that was an icing.
No.
That was that was a Bradley to Bradley pass that just didn't connect, and I think the referees are acknowledging the error of their ways, so we will probably have a center ice draw.
Yep, it does look like we are going to have a center ice face-off. So Elman will take the draw here for Bradley. And this one is taken a hold of here by the Cougars. We're running out of time here in the second period, 2:35 to go. Cougars looking to try and even up this game before they head into the locker room, and Braves would love to get their insurance goal back. Here's Seth Bishop, and we get a whistle here. It's going to be a penalty call.
Yeah, that'll be a hooking call. I believe that's the Cougars who are going to end up being shorthanded. Or nope, that's going to be Ethan Herman who's going to be heading to the box. So you want opportunities to try and tie this game. Cougars get it right here.
Yeah, huge chance. There'll be 23 seconds remaining in the period if they do not convert on the power play chance. And you mentioned Austin Zerline being all over the ice. He's going to be the one taking the draw here for the Cougars. Zerline unable to win it, but now it's motion back up to the point. That one was held in nicely by Jordan Meyer. Now it'll move to the right side. Zerline on the left wing. Holding on to this, waiting for an open man. Move it up top. Meyer. Zerline. And Ernest slaps it down off the stick. And look at the speed here. Here is Bishop. Backhander just missed the net. He was reading that play perfectly to try and make that shorthanded goal happen.
He does a really good job of just picking apart where the puck is going to go and where players of another team are going to be. Good job putting on pressure there.
Good speed from Ford, the goal scorer. Ford driving it on Cox, he scores! Another goal for Ford, and all of a sudden, SIUE has tied this game up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, it was a really good goal there by Ford. I don't think we could really see it all that well from that angle, but it looked like Ford was faking to the Bradley defense and to Laurie Cox, like he was going to try and take that to his forehand and move towards the near post. Instead, he just let loose a soft backhand shot that went in near the far post.
So it's a 2-2 hockey game, and you mentioned the big opportunity to score on the power play, and they do so. So we're all knotted up here at 2. Now Braves, Sipra, good blocker save there by Johnson. Johnson has settled in nicely here after giving up a couple in the early second period. Marcel battling along the boards. John has a hold of it. Now after it is Jensen. Cougars grab a hold of it, looking to take their first lead of the night, potentially, before we head into our second intermission. So we're under a minute to go here. After it is Marcel now for Bradley. Marcel, Jensen, looking for an open man. Marcel's in the mix as well. Marcel, now pass right out front, intended for Sipra. Be held in at the point by John. 33 seconds to go in period number 2. As SIUE's Bonderi, big windup as Johnson caught a piece of it. That one went high up into the air, but it's held off nicely by Evanoff. John holds it in again, and Marcel gets it. 16 to go here in period number 2. Marcel, and this one cleared away by Bonderi as Cox will just hang on to this one here. No whistle, and now we get one with 3.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, short offensive zone draw here for the Cougars, and really a good turnaround from them within the past few minutes. I mean, this game looked like it was all Bradley, and then they come in and get 2 very quick goals, and suddenly it's an even game.
One last quick chance here for SIUE before we head into the break. And they attempt to shoot it right off the draw, but that'll be just flung down the ice. And that's going to do it for period number 2. We had a scoreless hockey game entering the second period, but then Bradley struck twice early. But SIUE takes advantage of their chances, and they have evened this game up 2-2 through 2.
That's right. Craig Ford scoring his second and third goal of the year after Bradley put up a pair of goals. That was Matt Ellman who put up the first tally. And then, who put up the first initial tally? I'm trying to remember.
For the Braves, let's see.
Yes.
That would be.
Ellman put up the second one.
Oh, Sipra was the first one.
That's
yep,
right.
Yep.
Sipra with a laser from the point. That's right,
yes.
Laser from the far point. So he got one of the first goals for the Braves, and Matt Ellman came in just a few minutes later with a one-timer got his second, and Craig Ford a couple of beauty goals. So really for Bradley, just got to clean up the defense. We'll talk more about that going into the third period, but we'll have to see what adjustments Bradley makes. I mean, they've had the majority of time within the offensive zone. Now it's just peeling apart the Cougars' defense and seeing what they can do with it.
We have a tie hockey game going into the third and final period here at the Owens Center in Peoria, Illinois. Again, I'm Matt Harrington alongside John Collin here, and we hope you can join us for the third period. We'll be right back after the intermission. And we welcome you back to period number 3 here at the Owen Center as we continue along with our Bradley hockey doubleheader coverage. Glad you could join us for the third period of this D3 game. Bradley and SIUE all knotted up at 2 apiece. And John, we saw a really good first half of the second period for Bradley. They got out to a 2-0 lead, but the second half was a little bit of a different story. It's now a 2-2 game. That's right.
They basically split up the second period and said, all right, we'll dominate the first half, and then you guys can dominate the second. That's exactly what happened as Bradley jumped out to a big 2-0 lead. 2 goals in under a minute. First goal being scored by Cipra, and then next goal coming by Matt Ellman just moments later on. And then Craig Ford scoring back-to-back goals on Laurie Cox. So that's where we sit at 2-2, and we enter the third, seeing who's going to break the ice.
Yeah, should be a fun third period as we are officially underway. Sorrentino will take it in for Bradley to begin this period. Good quick shot, but no problem at all for the goaltender Johnson. Vivitsky unable to keep it. It's going to be a delayed offside, so Bradley will have to tag up. Again, glad you could join us all knotted up here at 2 as we begin this third period of play. A little bit too far, and this will be in icing. It'll come all the way down to the other end here for Bradley.
Good offensive zone draw to start off the third period, and for that they'll bring out their top line and as well as their top D pairing as well. So we'll see what they can do here.
Played about 28 seconds of this third period. A couple of good chances for Bradley already. We'll look to add a couple more here. Bishop now right off the Ellman face-off win. Skating with speed over to Vivitsky. Now Ernest, good keep as he pinches in. And now right on over, big collision along the boards there as Ford gives Ellman a good check. Ellman knocking Ford down as well. Some good physical action here between those two. Now Bishop got speed, looking for a man. Bishop will just have to send it back around the other way. Looking for a man up front. Oh, big collision there. Vivitsky now wrister through traffic, off the rebound, and a good save by Johnson as Ellman was trying to grab that rebound in front.
That's right, Herman had a good shot after Vivitsky's shot got muffled by the defense of the Cougars. There was some room 5-hole, but he tried to go short side. Still a good shot, but a solid save there by Johnson.
So Marcel will be centering the face-off here for Bradley. Looks like
a couple roughing calls, looks like.
A couple of minors here. And so we are going to be playing, looks like we're going to have 4-on-4 here. Maybe not. We'll see. I think it should be 4-on-4.
That'll be the case.
Yep.
Some open ice here.
Yeah, lots of space to work with here as SIUE takes the draw here and fire it in deep. Cox able to play it over to Sumter. Sumter avoids the pressure and will look ahead up ice. Sumter now down the right wing. Big wind up, but that gets deflected wide. Bishop picking it up for Bradley. Up to the point, here's Sumter. Sumter, wrist shot, no problem for Johnson, even though it took a deflection in front, potentially off Thompson.
Yeah, couldn't tell if Thompson got a stick on that to redirect it, but Sumter, still a good job. He had a very good zone entry. He faked the pass to Bishop. He kept eyeing Bishop all the way basically from the far dot of his own end to his own blue line, and that left open the right side for him to take.
Thompson, good chance right off the draw. That goes wide of the net. Got the 2 forwards, 2D here for Bradley on the 4-on-4 action. Bishop looking to create an open lane. And now Thompson with it. Good speed by Thompson, and he rolls all the way around, only to be held onto here by Johnson.
Yeah, went from behind the SIUE net all the way around the near side boards, then into the slot, and then eventually firing it at the far face-off dot. And a short side save made by Johnson.
Minute, 11 seconds left remaining on those minor penalties. And Once that expires, we'll go back to 5-on-5 hockey for both teams. And this will be played up here by Marcel. Pass intended for Cipra, no good. And kept in by Ernest. Slapped in deep. Cipra again with it now. One hand on the stick. Cipra motions it to the point. Ernest can't keep it, so the Braves will have to regroup here.
Yeah, just got out of the reach of Ernest there as it hopped over his stick and then surpassed the blue line. That's why Bradley had to get back on sides.
30 seconds remain on those penalties. Good speed here by Austin Zerline. Along that left wing. Zerline passed ahead for forward, and that caught Cox off guard, but she's able to make the save, and we got all kinds of pushing and shoving here after the whistle.
I think that caught everyone off guard, I think including Ford, who fired the shot. I don't think that he thought that he was going to get a piece of that puck. Well, he did anyways, and Lori Cox still able to stand tall with the 5-hole save.
One of the better saves of the night from her so far. This game remains 2-2. 23 seconds remain on those penalties. It'll be a defensive zone face-off here for Bradley. And we'll see if SIUE can use their power play to their advantage. Because I believe Bradley just got another penalty.
Might have been 2 more roughings.
Yeah, potentially I think they're just going to leave him off the scoreboard. So we're going to get coincidental minors there. And so the first whistle after 15:06 is when those two will be able to come out. And so we will remain at 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 18 seconds. And we get another whistle here.
Hand pass?
Potentially,
maybe?
Not sure what that one was for. Not exactly sure what's going on.
I guess it's a hand pass, so.
It'll be in the offensive zone here for Bradley.
Guess they're saying it. Puck hit his side and his hand grabbed it. And something like that, I don't know.
Yeah. Good spin around. Look at this backhand try. Scores! What a beauty from Seth Bishop. Oh my goodness, how about a highlight reel goal for Seth Bishop? What a chance and what a goal.
Yeah, that was the goal that Bishop was waiting for. He's been pulling the trigger all afternoon. And Bishop, right off the faceoff, faked the pass back to his blue line, and that's why the SIUE players both pinched to try and put some pressure on the defenseman. Well, he just did a little spinorama, moved his way to the low slot, and fired a backhand shot that looked like it hit off the glove of Johnson, but trickled in.
Seth Bishop continues to tear it up as the Braves are back in front now, 3-2. And Bishop looking for more here as this pass is just out of the reach. Ooh, not sure about that one. Bishop clearly beat that icing, and the referee blew it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what the referees are thinking right there, because Bishop had the defenseman beat by probably a good 2-3 feet.
And so the referee, whenever a referee makes a mistake like that on an icing call, the faceoff will come to center ice, and so rightly so. And Elman on the draw for Bradley. Bishop able to get it free. Look at Seth Bishop now. Along that left boards. Up top to Vivitsky. He'll motion it down low to Elman. Elman pass to Vivitsky, just out of his reach. Still held in here by the Braves. And now able to break it free is SIUE. Elman now moves it forward to Bishop, who's been out there for quite a while now. And good spin move by Sumter. And Sumter gets tangled up, and it's going to be an offside call here against Bradley.
Another offsides. So another stoppage. That top line's been pretty efficient tonight of Elman, Bishop, and Herman. Put up 2 goals, so.
16:01 remaining in this third and final period. Bradley has gotten the goal that they needed to go up by 1 in this game. Now they're looking to add another one here with a chance in the offensive zone, but this one's cleared down. It's going to be an icing, should be at least, against SIUE. Cox went out to play it, but they'll still call it an icing anyway, so it'll come back to the offensive zone for Bradley here.
Bradley trying to hold on here with the lead they've got, but still generate some more offense. I mean, I'd say it'd be conservative to say that they've had about twice as much time in the offensive zone than the Cougars.
Yeah.
Just a really dominant performance within the offensive zone.
So SIUE off the draw here. Stuck in their own end as it's Winkler behind the net. Winkler able to come up with it now. And a nice play there by Jensen, but is that going to be a hand pass, I believe?
I believe that, that
might have been.
That's what they're calling.
Yeah, but a good play by Jensen, though, to knock him down and prevent anything from happening there for SIUE. So faceoff will be just outside the offensive zone for Bradley, and it'll be Marcel. Scored a couple of goals last night, his first 2 of the season. Now look at Cipra with a chance. Cipra hit the post. Good chance there by Cipra to get goal number 2. It's fired out, and we may have another icing in store. Yes, we do. We've had quite a few of those so far here in the third period.
That's right. Again, this is right around the time when the Cougars might be getting pretty tired with their short bench.
Yep.
Basically you're basically out there every other shift.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Easy to get tired like that.
Marcel wins the draw back. Vivitsky banks it. And Bradley looking to try and get this insurance goal here as Johnson makes the save. Bradley pouncing on that rebound as it goes up top again to Vivitsky. He's able to keep it in. Marcel over to the other point. Backhander. Jensen unable to grab it on his stick. And so Diebert also unable to clear it for SIUE. Here's a chance. And a good stop by Jensen as this one is blown dead by the official.
Yeah, Cipra had a really good chance right outside the near face-off dot, close to the goal line. Put a shot on net, ends up hitting the post. There was a little bit of room upstairs, and he nearly found it. So not a bad option there by Cipra.
14:41 remaining here. It's a 3-2 lead for your Bradley Braves, looking to complete the 2-game sweep. And if Bradley can hang on for the win, both the teams will have combined to win 3 out of 4, which would be a very successful weekend. This one is held on to by Cox. We'll get another whistle here.
Another stoppage in offensive zone draw, this time for the Cougars. Something we have not said a lot.
Yeah. They have not spent a whole lot of time in the offensive zone, but they're keeping up with the shots a little bit, 29-20. Still 9 less, but they've still been able to get a couple of decent chances when they've had some offensive zone time. Now pass right out front, and a good save by Cox. Might have been blocked in front there. So Bradley avoids, and we're going to get yet another hand pass. My goodness, it's the icing and hand passes here in the third. Yeah. So face off.
I don't know about the hand pass there either.
They can see better than us, but not sure if I agree with those either. So taken here by Bradley, they'll bank it around the boards. Hustling after it is Zerline. Long pass right off the stick of Ford, who has 2 goals, looking to try and get that hat trick here. Intercepted here, Zerline scores! What a wrist shot by Austin Zerline. And this game is tied up at 3.
Yeah, that's another bad turnover. That's the second turnover that we've seen by Bradley that has led to a goal, really exclusively. There have not been a lot of turnovers within the defensive zone, but that one it was just bad spot, bad pass, tried to break up the middle of the ice. Zerline saw it the whole way, moved in a short 2-on-1 and just fired it over Laurie Cox. Laurie came out to try and challenge the shooter, but I mean, it was just a bullet of a shot, and it went upstairs. So good goal there for Zerline. He'll pick up his let's see for Zerline.
I believe goal number, I want to say 2.
Yes.
Here's a chance, and Bradley almost got their lead right back as it might have bounced off the top of the net there. Now, those stats aren't updated from last night's game, but I do not believe he got in on the score sheet at all, as they only had that 1 goal. So this one held in by Ernest at the point. Big windup from the slap shot, and Vivitsky has to go back to Ernest as it's blocked. Got the SIUE D2 team in front of us here. They're getting pretty enthusiastic watching their D3 club here in a tie hockey game. 13-17 to go in the third period, just like we had in our D2 game. We're knotted up here at 3 as we get icing against SIUE.
So now I think what Bradley's got to do is they got to take the win out of the sails of the Cougars. Obviously, you want to try and score a goal, but at the very least, just start getting some zone time within their end, because, again, this is a team that they go through spurts. They go through spurts of having a lot of energy, but it'll die quickly if it's muffled.
This one's cleared out, and guess what? We're going to, well, nope, this will roll to Cox, so we will not get an icing. But it's been a lot of dump and chase so far for SIUE today. Up along the boards as Rindau fanned on the chance. Now Bradley trying to regather it here as Rindau banks it forward. Honda's going to be unable to get there, and it will be an icing call here against Bradley, something we haven't said a lot.
That's right. As you mentioned, a lot of stop-and-go hockey. 12:37 remaining here within the third. 3-3. Bradley will look to try and get the puck out of their own end and maybe get off a quick change.
The goal scorer, Zerline, is on the faceoff, and he'll win it back to a man, and that one caught a piece of the post. And so this one will roll to the corner. All kinds of bodies in there as Rindau finally able to sneak free, but he missed the pass up ahead. And so they are not going to call this an icing as it's grabbed here by SIUE. Pass up ahead as they move in, and now we get a whistle. Not sure what that was either. Was that an offsides?
It might be too many men here.
I think you're right, because the referee went right by the Bradley bench. And so I think you're exactly right, John. It is going to be a too many men penalty here on Bradley.
Yeah, Prasma will go to serve it. I think the miscommunication for Bradley came is when they cleared it out of their zone. Prasma stayed on the ice, as you should. You should be putting on forecheck. You should at least have one guy on the ice and not try and get out the full sail change. So 4 guys went into the bench, and five guys came off. Do the math, and you got 6 skaters out there. So Prasma will serve the 2-minute minor. And a power play coming up here for the Cougars, and a good chance for them to try and get the lead.
Absolutely. Zerline will be on the draw. He scored the most recent goal for his club, but this one sneaks free, and good hustle there by Bishop. Unable to take that puck away, but always good to see that kind of approach to the puck. Now Ernest. Zerline with it now. Zerline looking for an open man potentially in the slot. He'll go up high to Ford. Ford hit the post. Dangerous opportunity, and the Braves catch a big break there. Bishop now, shorthanded chance for the Braves. Bishop will just come through the neutral zone and regroup. Drop pass off for Ernest, and now fired it into the offensive zone. Minute 15 remaining on the power play for the Cougars, who are all knotted up at 3 in this one. Look at Ford with speed. Ford backhander scores! My goodness. What a goal by Ford, and it's 4-3 SIUE.
And that'll be the hat trick there for Craig Ford, going upstairs on Laurie Cox with a backhand shot, knocking the water bottle off. That's a pretty one, and it's 4-3.
Ford picks up the hat trick. The D2 guys in front of us love it. And SIUE's on top now for the first time in this hockey game.
That's right, and I think the big sin where Ford was able to get all that much room was there's 2 Braves who pinched on him just too late in neutral territory. That gave him some room up along the right wing and able to get the edge on the Bradley defenseman before putting it upstairs on Cox.
So Bradley now trailing for the first time in this one, 4-3, as they look to try and even this thing up. Elman, pardon me, that would be Sumter, not Elman. Now Marcel, loose puck in front, held on to by SIUE as they move forward. Again, a power play goal, big collision there, as John was the one who initiated the hit, but ended up being the one to fall to the ice. Sumter now moving to Cipro along the left wing. Bradley needs a goal to tie this game up here with 10:28 to go in the period. Now SIUE behind the net. Good forecheck pressure here from Bradley. Gave it away. Cipra now. Cipra. And this one is loose in front. Not sure where it is. Get all kinds of bodies in and pushing and shoving, and blown opportunity for Bradley, but just so many guys all over the place there.
That's right. The puck was a good job by the referees, because we could see the puck from up here, and oftentimes when you've got to scramble with 3 guys on each team in the crease, usually referees are pretty quick to blow the whistle, but good job for them to just let the play keep going, and eventually it was covered up there by Johnson. And we may have some roughing calls. That's exactly what we'll get. Cipra is going to sit, and it looks like
I think it's Orban.
Yeah, Orban's going to sit as well.
So we'll get the official word from the officials here in just a minute. Herman is skating to the bench area after he was just talking to the official, and Ford was also talking to the official as the captain of this team for SIUE. Again, 10-11 remaining. So you can ignore that 3 seconds that's on the clock there, as that is from the previous penalty. So it looks like we're going to have 2 penalties there, and most likely 4-on-4 hockey. I believe that's what we'll get.
That's been the case thus far in this game. We have not seen a lot of coincidental minors. So usually when there's roughing, the referees, at least today, have just been calling it for 4-on-4.
So it will be 4-on-4 as this faceoff is won by Matt Ellman for the Braves. Ernest keeps it in, sends it deep. Get his own return pass. Ernest takes the slap shot, moves to Bishop. Bishop, wrister, good save by Johnson. And now here come the Braves the other way. Ford took a big collision from Matt Ellman. Now Ernest. Bradley stuck in their own end. Bishop trying to get it out. He can't. Getting a lot of open ice with this 4-on-4. So a pass from Whitelaw goes off the boards. Now back out. Minute 19 to go on these penalties, and then we'll get 5-on-5. Here's a break for Matt Ellman. Good save by Johnson as he read that one perfectly.
Beautiful pass there by Ethan Herman. He caught it up along the right wing after it was cleared out by the Cougars on the left wing. It looked like from our angle he was going to take it up along the right wing. So that's why we saw 2 Cougars pinch on him. That opened some space up for Matt Ellman to enter in the slot and put a nice wrist shot on.
So this one picked off right up on the draw by Dion Thompson, but he missed the net with the shot. Now on it is Sorrentino. Good moves by Sorrentino. Lost it in the skates though, and that'll give a break here for SIUE. Missed the net there, and right over the top of the goal. 47 to go on those penalties. Sorrentino works it out of the neutral zone. Now back up for SIUE is Bruce. Bruce unable to pull the trigger. Right there with him is Diebert in the corner. Diebert pass down for Jordan Meyer. Here is Meyer. Good spacing and almost buried it. Now Meyer again back around the outside of the cage. Meyer going to keep him himself, and a good save by Cox, and cleared to the corner by Sumter. Now up ahead here's Sorrentino. Sorrentino just lost the puck, and we got a penalty coming up here. And this is going to be against SIUE. And so with 2 seconds left, we're going to get 2 seconds of 4-on-3 here.
And just a few seconds earlier before that penalty was called, got to give credit to Sumter. That puck was loose in the crease, and Lori Cox didn't know where it was. She was sitting, or was leaning up against the near side post. The puck found its way on over to the far post, and there was a Cougar pinching for it, but Sumter, just great awareness to clear it out to the far boards. Eventually cleared out, leads to an offensive zone opportunity where Sorrentino was able to draw a penalty.
So 4-on-3 here for 2 seconds, then we'll get 2 men out, 1 for each team. and then Bradley will have a 5-on-4 power play. So 8:13 remaining in the third period. Bradley needs a goal here, and they've got a chance to do so. Ernest, and that one just caught the toe of Johnson, and I think he thought he had it and then realized better hang on to this one here.
Yeah, I think he made the save with his right pad because puck was going towards the near post, but when he slid his pad over, the puck must have gone in between his legs, and he had to shut him real quick to avoid the puck going through.
And now Marcel will get it back to the point as it's moved over to Ernest. Ernest, intended pass for Bishop now gathered in. Sorrentino at the point. Back to Bishop. Bishop, we get a whistle, not sure what for. High sticking call against Bradley.
And Ethan Herman trying to argue his case, and referees aren't going to buy it, so Herman will sit for 2, and a beautiful power play opportunity is going to go down the drain.
And speaking of opportunities, Seth Bishop was just about to fire a wide open lane chance, and then that penalty took that away. So a bad break for Bradley here, and they're going to go on to 4-on-4 here for 1:38, and then they will be on the penalty kill for about 22 seconds after that. So offensive zone face-off here, won by Zerline. Bradley able to grab a hold of it, though, with speed. Here comes Dion Thompson. Thompson, pass over, beautiful defensive play that time. It was Zachary Winkler who made the beautiful play. And this one's thrown into the goaltender, we'll get a whistle.
Good job by Sorrentino to pinch up along that that far side blue line. Put a nice shot on. He's not naturally a defenseman. Usually he's playing the forward role, but for the 4-on-4 play, at least for that segment, he was playing as a defenseman and put a nice shot on.
7:32 to go in this one. 1:20 left of 4-on-4, and then it's a power play for SIUE. Good shot by Sumter, but it missed wide. Good keep by Vivitsky. And along the boards for SIUE is Diebert, trying to find some of that open ice out there with this 4-on-4. This one took a bounce off the glass. And Marcel with it, move it down low. And SIUE desperately trying to get it out, they cannot, it's kept in. Braves with it along the right boards. And this one's banked out, still not out. Good work here by Sumter as he battles to keep it in. Marcel's got a chance now. Marcel might have caught a piece of the post there as he goes in to the boards. This one finally chipped out here with 24 to go on 4-on-4 action. Vivitsky pass ahead. Good moves by Sumter. Big wind-up slap shot. Caught a stick and went out of play here. And we'll get a whistle with 6:25 to go in period number 3.
That's right, that was Orban. He did a good job of getting his stick within the shooting lane of Sumter. That's why the puck redirected out of play. But yeah, Bradley's starting to run out of time here to try and tie this game and get the lead back.
They're going to need one here relatively soon. Got 12 more seconds of 4-on-4, then they're on the penalty kill for a brief amount of time. Elman will get it back to the point. Ernest back to Elman on the right wing. Elman, shot, didn't go anywhere, and so that'll do it for that 4-on-4 action. Now SIUE has a power play for 18 seconds. No ice here. Picked up down low by Austin Zerline. Pass forward to Dixon. Here is Dixon. They'll send it in deep, and that'll do it for the penalty kill for Bradley. And we are finally back to 5-on-5 hockey as Ernest, that one's redirected, and Bishop is not going to get there in time for the icing. Actually, no, there's no icing here. So SIUE grabs a hold of it behind their net. Zerline, pass, will get it back to himself as he moves it up the left wing. Zerline fires it wide. Now it's missed, and now here's a potential break for Bradley. They've got men with them. Bishop, good spinorama, keeps the puck, right over into the intended pass to Ernest. Couldn't find his tape. Now picked up by Cipra. Almost a giveaway there in the neutral zone. Moving ahead with it is Dixon. 5 minutes exactly left to go in this one, and Bradley still trailing this by 1 goal.
5-minute warning.
5-minute warning indeed. Should be a good finish here. Bradley trying to complete the 2-game sweep, and SIUE trying to come out of here with a win. So to be the dangerous forward on the draw. He gets knocked down by Elman. Bank pass. Now the Braves able to work it out. Here is Ernest. He's with Elman. Ernest, shot missed. Elman tried to follow it up. Bishop's there as well. He takes a tumble to the ice, and Ford will grab a hold of it. 4:38 to go. Now the big man Ford with it. Braves trying to knot this game up at 4, and here comes Elman down the left wing. One hand on the stick. Elman just flings it out front. There's a loose puck in front. Now it's picked up by Cipra. Cipra's got a chance, and we get yet another whistle. And I'm telling you, man, these penalties are becoming very costly for Bradley.
That's right, and let's see who's going to sit now. Very unfortunate for Bradley right here, and it looks like Herman is going to sit again.
Nope, just threw the stick into the box there. So we got, want to say, might get more than that. We'll find out.
Yeah, it looked like he got tagged with the cross-checking, and
so there's 2 actually.
I believe that's
We're gonna
Jordan
have
Meyer. Yeah, that's not Jordan Meyer. That's Evanoff.
So it ends up working in Bradley's favor, but they've only got 3 guys out on the ice right now. Now the 4th one will tag along, and I think they got lucky there because they had yet another chance where they had thrown away due to penalties. So we'll play again for what, the 4th or 5th time in this game. We'll have 4-on-4. This one will go to the left point as Bruce makes a nice move. Whitelaw able to fend him off though. Here's Bishop, he wants more. Seth Bishop, good stick handling. Leaves it for Whitelaw. Whitelaw's shot right on. Bishop, wraparound attempt, rebound. Loose in front, it's still loose. And somehow Johnson was able to make that save. Good chance for Bradley here. Big collision is, my goodness. Sumter took the majority of that hit there, and it was a huge one along the near side boards. Now Marcel will work it in along the left side. Now Whitelaw. Whitelaw. Again with it is Marcel. Rister through traffic, caught some bodies, and it's cleared out by SIUE with 1 minute to go here. And that is going to be an icing because of the 4-on-4.
And one good thing for Bradley to keep in mind is that one of their 3 goals has come 4-on-4. So big fans of the open space. I wouldn't be surprised to be up there taking their timeout right now. That's head coach Brian Hamilton, who's going to try and devise some strategy for the Braves to try and put a goal up here on the board.
So a 4-3 hockey game. There's lots of open ice with that 4-on-4 time. At what point do you send Cox to the bench? Because with the 4-on-4, it makes it a little bit more interesting.
That's right. I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe even pulls her now. But, he may wait also until the penalty's over, and then right when it's expired and they get some zone possession, then take her out to get that 6th skater out there.
So we'll see what happens here. And again, a 4-3 lead for SIUE. Their D2 team already won today in a shootout against Bradley's D2 team, and so they're trying to win again here and come out of here with a 2-2 record. And an interesting note, the last time SIUE lost 9-2 earlier this year, so they lost by 7 goals like they did last night. They came out and won the next game 5-4, and they're up 4-3 here late in this one, so some pretty good turnarounds from this club. So Ernest and Sorrentino tried to find the puck. Now it'll come free for Ford, looking for goal number 4. Ford caught Cox off guard, but she was able to make the save as it went up off the glass. Sorrentino with it now. 40 seconds of 4-on-4. Here is Cipra. Cipra just missed. Good wrister that went wide. It's kept in. Now back up top at the point. Ernest, slap shot. Might have caught a glove there. Now back up to the point again. 20 seconds of 4-on-4 time remaining. We'll keep an eye on Lori Cox for you. She's still in the net right now. Sorrentino went down there. 2:23 to go. 7 seconds of 4-on-4, and then we're back even at 5 apiece. John with it now. Right to Cipra. Big collision. We're back to 5-on-5. Here is Sorrentino. Wrister, pad save. Cox still in the net for Bradley. Now working in forward is Ford. Intended pass for Diebert, no good. Ernest being handled there. Now it goes to Sumter. Sumter just lost it, unable to move it out with 1:45 to go in this one. Ernest can't get it out, turnover. Thompson with it for Bradley. They need to get this out and get Cox to the bench. Fanned on the pass, and now Bradley's finally able to move it out. And another giveaway. SIUE moving forward, Alexander Orban. 1:18 to go. Marcel. Pass up ahead here. Bradley trying to break this one out. Thompson. Thompson takes a hit, leaves it for Coquit. Cox lurking out, not going quite yet. Orban trying to move this out. Good keep by Ernest. Ernest down low, Coquit. Coquit pass out front, and Marcel got tangled up with those two defenders. So this one goes all the way down, 48 seconds. No icing, as the referees say it went off a stick. Pass out front, intercepted by a Brave. 40 seconds to go. The Braves are down by 1. They're going to need something. Marcel fires it in deep. Still no goaltending pull here with 30 seconds. Kept in by Vivitsky. Tipped, and it went wide. 23 seconds to go here for Bradley. Now here comes Cox. They got the extra man on. Good shot, rebound, and held onto by Johnson. But Lori Cox finally comes to the net, and with 17.4 seconds, Bradley's going to have one more opportunity.
That's right, and they're going to need a clean win. Let's see, maybe a timeout taken here for the Cougars. That's what I think.
I believe the first one was the Cougars, and then this one was for Bradley, because I thought I heard the referee say timeout Bradley, but I could be wrong. So let's talk about the most recent sequence that happened. Were you surprised that Cox came to the bench so late? 30 seconds. It seemed like personally, I'm surprised they didn't pull her sooner.
Yeah, it's something where Brian Hamilton, actually when he was working with the Peoria Mustangs last year, there's a few times where the Mustangs did that, as in they would wait a while to bring that sixth attacker on the ice, more as in the flow of the play. Mm-hmm. So if the puck's down low and say there's a board battle, and it looks like, maybe we're just about to win it, then get the extra attacker out there, put him in the slot, so that when the puck does get broken free, there's that other open passing option that the other team's not seeing. So really, it's sort of a wherever the play's at, that's when you take them out. So
okay,
we'll have to see. How Bradley does now. But with that being said, they still weren't able to settle the puck down really much at all at any point during that sequence. So
it's been a great turnaround for Evan Johnson today, who has 33 saves on 36 shots, and compared to the 8 he let up yesterday, it's been complete 180 for him. Yeah, this is a really good turn of events here for Johnson. As you said, this isn't the first time this has happened, though, where Cougars come out and have a really subpar performance in the first game, then turn it around and able to kind of shock the other team that they're playing. So Cougars are 17.4 seconds away from splitting this series with the D3 squad, but Bradley wants to try and end that play. And here's a quick wrister right off the draw and it goes out of play, but that'll take a couple more seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it was Bishop right on that shot. Ended up hitting a player, then going out of play. So 14 seconds.
See what happens. Bradley needs this one. And the faceoff goes back to the point. And tripping penalty? Yes, it will be. But back over. And that one's blocked, and that is pretty much going to do it. And so the SIUE Cougars are going to win this hockey game here by a final score of 4-3. And tough loss for Bradley. They had their opportunities to convert, and they just weren't able to do it a lot of the time today.
Yeah, that's a tough loss there for Bradley. Gave up a 2-goal lead, then gave up a 1-goal lead. So it's give up the lead twice within the game. I mean, it just came down to a matter of conversion. Really, just got to clean up the play within your own end of the ice. Because 2 of those goals that they scored were just simple bad turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be throwing the puck up the middle of the ice when there's 2 guys in the vicinity of it. One of them turned into it. Both of them actually turned into 2-on-1. So,
yep.
I mean, tough loss here for Bradley. Really put out a good effort for most of this game. A lot of positives. They still come out of the weekend with a win, but definitely some room for improvement.
Yeah. So after winning both games on Friday night, the Bradley club hockey teams lose both today, both by a final score of 4-3, one in a shootout and one in regulation. But overall, pretty good weekend for the D3 team as they pick up their first win of the season. D2 splits their series as well. And so that's going to wrap it up for our coverage here of the Bradley hockey teams this weekend. We appreciate your coverage for whatever you joined us for this weekend. And if you're in the Peoria area, we encourage you to come out to the Mustangs game tonight as they are back in town for the first time in a few weeks. And I know you'll be on the call for that, John. So looking forward to that. And so that is going to do it. Again, I'm Matt Harrington alongside John Collin. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.